Hi guys, this is Liana from lianavibes.com, and I wanted to hop on here and talk to you about finding the right mental health care provider for you. When you're on that search, it's oftentimes difficult to find out what exactly you're looking for, so I hope this video is helpful in helping you find the right one for you. So let's get into the video. So the first on our list are psychologists. They have a PhD degree in psychology. They help diagnose patients and they provide psychotherapy and psychometric assessments. The next on our list are psychiatrists. They're very similar to psychologists. However, they have gone to medical school, are an MD, and are able to prescribe medication. Next on our list are the LMFTs, the LCSWs, and the LPCCs. Usually all of these have a master's degree. So for LMFTs, which are licensed marriage and family therapists, their specialized area of study is families, couples, and parent-child relationships. They help to optimize and improve relationship outcomes and really about the dynamic between interpersonal dynamics. Next are the LCSWs, which are licensed social workers. They focus really on individuals and community work, determining behavior and what motivates these behaviors in social settings. Next are the LPCCs, the licensed professional certified counselors. They have a master's in counseling and they really focus on cognitive, mental, and emotional issues. So all of these different variations of psychotherapists are really all about talk therapy. And what talk therapy is, it's that iconic visual of laying down on a couch and expressing outwardly everything that's going on inside your mind. So the whole premise of that is to help all the things that have been repressed over time. Because as you go through life, a lot of times we're just like so on the go that we just don't focus or process things. We actually suppress and repress things deep into the unconscious mind. And the more that happens, the more overwhelmed we become, and that becomes productive of disease. Another cool thing is that all the psychotherapists I just listed can expand their knowledge and take on fellowships and go through different programs in different fields. For example, one can take the Gottman method, which is about the study of relationships, what makes them work, and how to optimize and increase satisfaction and longevity in intimate settings. Now let's move on to the other different variations of mental health providers and wellness providers. A recent more explosion of popularity are life coaches, and what sets them apart from the previous ones are there is no certification or licenses to become a life coach. However, this has its benefits because what they can do is they actually go in and they can be really like a personal cheerleader. They are really useful in conjunction with the aforementioned psychotherapists. And so imagine it to be something like a personal trainer. And if you need immediate, in the moment assistance, they're able to be there to really hold you accountable to the goals that you have proceeded with and things that you want to obtain in the future so that you can access your potential and possibilities. And that is really powerful. They're very hands-on. No matter what mental health care provider you choose, you want to go with someone that you absolutely vibe with. Go with someone that you have a really good connection with. Maybe you like someone whose style is more interactive and more engaged, or maybe you really just need someone there to sit and listen to you. No matter what, the goal is for you to take charge and to take care of your mental health. Now, why mental health? Well, if there's anything this past year has taught you that there are a magnifying things that can change in one's life in a course of just a year. And especially with great losses and great transformation, that oftentimes, while we can take the egotistical route and think that we got this, oftentimes our own perspective is limited by our own biases and our own projections, and especially influenced by our own past memories. So with a mental health care provider, what they can do is become like a third party that's outside of your own sphere, where they're not projecting onto you, oh, because you're my friend, this is what I think you should do, or because you're my sister, that's something you need to do. It's more kind of like third person, third party. And that way, no matter what decision you make, you know it wouldn't destroy the relationship because it's a professional interaction versus one saying, I expect you to do this because you're ... to me. Also, I feel there's a lot of stigma still associated to mental health, and that if you somehow go look for a mental health provider, you're somehow crazy. That's simply not the case. I think the only time that people actually search for mental health care providers is when things have gotten a little too late. And I think it's really enormous to actually go in and use it as a preventative measure, as well as to help educate yourself on new modalities of treatment as well as preventive care, because prevention oftentimes is key to good health. It's so much easier to prevent disease than it ever is to treat disease. And for example, you can pop supplements and pills to make yourself healthy. You can eat the most proper diet and go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. However, if your mental health is not on par, then you really are still very much imbalanced. So hats off and kudos to those who are on the search right now to take charge of their mental health, to unblock negative and toxic patterns that are preventing you from experiencing your best life. And so if you want to work with a life coach, you can contact someone like myself and visit my website at www.lianavibes.com. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope this was helpful. Bye. Waiting daylight, get back, no man feel right.